Hi, welcome. This is MBTI X Kpop, and today we are going to make a Supergirl group and Superboy group with the most famous ISTJ idols in Kpop. But before we start, I need to remind you two important things. First thing is that the idols that I'm going to introduce as the ISTJ line of Kpop are not necessarily the ones that their test result was ISTJ, but the ones that, according to what we have seen from them till now, has the most similarity to the ISTJ type in MBTI. Second important thing is that obviously I don't stand every single idol that is included in this series videos, so my information about them is limited to what I have heard of them and what I have gathered about them online. Although I have tried my best to be as fair as possible while giving them positions in the supergroup, still I could be wrong. Now let's start the fun and make ISTJ supergroups. First, let's start with the ISTJ girls in K-pop. Let me introduce them to you. The first one is Sowon, ex-member of Gfriend. Seohyun of Gorls Generation. Tzuyu of Twice. Boa. Irene of Red Velvet. Gaeul of IVE. And the last member is Jisun of Promise 9. Why does this group looks like the next lineup for Got the Beat? Okay, let's give them vocal positions. The main vocalist of this group would be Boa. Lead vocalist would go to another SM artist who is Seohyun. Vocalist would be Tzuyu. Sub-vocalist 1 would be Irene, and sub-vocalist 2 would be Jisun. Next category that we are going to decide about is dance category. The main dancer of this group would be, again, Boa. She's such a queen. Lead dancer position would go to Gaeul, and another lead dancer would be Irene. The dancer positions would go to first Tzuyu and then Jisun. Next up, we have rap category. The main rapper of this group would go to Sowon. Lead rapper would be Irene, and another lead rapper would be Gaeul. And also Boa would be a sub-rapper. Next category is what I have been dreading from the start, which is visual category. Look at these members. This is such a gorgeous group. How am I supposed to choose main visual in here? Also, we have two top visuals in here, and I don't know how to choose main visual between these two. But hear me out. As you know, to choose visual positions, we have a Korean beauty standard, and Irene here is the definition of Korean beauty standard. She is such a classic beauty. On the other hand, Tzuyu is such a gorgeous and unique beauty. Like, she's her own standard. So because there is a Korean beauty standard, I'm going to give main visual position to Irene, and Tzuyu would be another visual member. Also, Sowon here would be the other visual member. Next category is production category. It means if any of these idols have been officially credited as a composer, songwriter, or producer in any song, the first idol that this card is going to is of course Boa, and the next one is Seohyun. If you know of any of these other idols that have been officially credited and I have missed it, please mention it in the comment section. The last category is the nameless category that has the leftover positions in it. The first position in this category is Makine, who is going to be Gaeul of IVE, who is a 2002 liner. Next position is the leader, and I thought that Boa would do great as the leader of this group. The next position is center. Usually we have some factors to decide the center position, but today we have an obvious center here. Boa is the main vocalist and the main dancer. Who else am I supposed to give this card to? And the last position is face of the group, which goes to a member who has the most known face in that group. Irene here is one of the most famous members of this group, and she is the face of Red Velvet, so this card is going to her. Okay, these are my final positions to the ISTJ Supergirl group. If you disagree with any of these positions, of course you can give your own positions to these girls in the comment section. If we summarize it all, the vocal line of this group would be Boa, Seohyun of Gorls Generation, Tzuyu of Twice, Irene of Red Velvet, and Jisun of Promise 9. The dance line of this group is Boa, Gaeul of IVE, Irene of Red Velvet, Tzuyu of Twice, and Jisun of Promise 9. The rap line is Sowon of Gfriend, Irene of Red Velvet, Gaeul of IVE, and Boa. The gorgeous visual line of this group is Irene of Red Velvet, Tzuyu of Twice, and Sowon of Gfriend. We had other members that we could add to this line, but these are the top 3. And the production line of this group is Boa and Seohyun of Gorls Generation. These were the most famous ISTJ girls in K-pop. The next part is going to be ISTJ boys, and we are going to make a superboy group with them. Look forward to it.